The wrong that you are advising about has to be public knowledge. It has to be done in public, meaning the person who's doing the wrong, it's a public thing, not private, meaning you don't go spying on them and prying on them to find out and then give them advice. The wrong that you are trying to change is in the present, not in the past. You don't go and try to prohibit the evil of something that's already in the past and you remind this person, you keep going at it. It's gone now. Choosing the best time to command good and prohibit evil. Avoid passing judgment on the person, whether then or later on. Now we go to the 10 etiquettes and mannerisms. The approach. Number 1, you must approach it with, number 1, sincerity. You have to be mukhlis, sincere and genuine for the sake of Allah. You're not doing it for superiority or egotistic gains or narcissistic gains or control, or because of your low self-esteem you want to say that so that you can feel like you're controlling someone else. It has to be sincere for the sake of Allah, really wanting the best for them. Number 2, you've got to be patient. You're not allowed to sit there and getting angry and upset because they didn't listen to you. It's no longer sincere. You've got to be patient and you've got to find the right ways. Don't give up very quickly. Number 3, convey, do not judge. They're very two different things. Convey, do not judge. Number 4, you must not expose the person if it's an individual or a particular group if it's not that serious. And there are 2 types. You must not expose that person at the time you give them the advice or after you give them that advice. Okay, we're going to go through that. Number 5, you must approach it with gentleness and kindness. Do not shove it down their throats. Do not engage in fruitless argumentations with them. Then there is humbleness. You approach it with humbleness for the sake of Allah. You don't approach it like you're better than others. Number 6, work on improving yourself in practicing what you preach. Number 7, avoid a gathering engaged in wrongfulness until they re-engage in something good again. Number 8, I think it's number 9, accept advice from others just as you advise others. And number 10, seeking support and advice from those you trust in advising others. So you have to seek advice from other people. Say, how do I approach this, bro? Can you give me an advice? What do you reckon? Should I do it? Should I not? Get advice. So let's go through them quickly. A discussion. Part 1, rules and guidance. Knowledgeable. I want to spend a few minutes on this. Knowledgeable. Imam al-Nawawi divides it into 2 types. He says, knowledge is divided into 2 types. Clear common knowledge, which everybody knows, such as you shouldn't drink alcohol, such as murder, such as betrayal, such as cheating in business, such as dishonesty. Everybody knows them. Number 2, expert knowledge. Only scholars are allowed to speak about expert knowledge. Many people love to go and read a booklet and they jump onto talking about expert knowledge, differences of opinion, different aqidah and ijtihad, and names of this and name of that. This is not your place, brothers and sisters. This is for the scholars to speak. If they don't speak, you don't speak. In fact, you shouldn't speak. Ibn Taymiyyah, in his book Al-Istiqamah, says, لا يأمر بالمعروف وينهى عن المنكر إلا من كان فقيها فيما يأمر به فقيها فيما ينهى عنه. A person should not command or prohibit evil unless they are well versed and knowledgeable in what they are commanding, what they are prohibiting. And you are not permitted to command good and prohibit evil on religious matters that you assume to be the right way. You go and read a book and then you come up with a conclusion, that's the religious verdict. Then you start going, advising and commanding, prohibiting others based on your personal assumption or your personal judgment. Without help from the scholars, you make that judgment. Or your cultural customs. Some people, they advise other people on religious grounds when they don't know that it's actually their custom and culture. Or your own scholars or school of thought. You have 1 or 2 scholars that you follow. The others, they follow other scholars. They follow other schools of thought, but no. You insist we're the right, you're the wrong. Commanding and prohibiting on these grounds, you've got to be very careful with them, brothers and sisters, unless it's very, very clear. And then you do it with very sound and respectful ways.